Hi everybody, I'm Todd Banner. Welcome to my channel. Well, the Fuji X100 Mark VI. Don't worry, not going to spend a lot of time talking about the camera specifically in this video. Hey, if you want that, I'm sure if you're interested in photography, you got a gazillion of those videos popping up in your feed as we speak. But just want to talk a little bit about what the popularity of this camera says about the current state of the compact and retro compact camera market. So evidently this camera is either sold out or going to sell out, just like its predecessor, the 5 did, or the V, I should say, I guess. People are already buying it up and popping it onto places like eBay with a pretty stiff markup. So even if it does sell out from Fuji, you'll still be able to buy it if you've got money burning in a hole in your pocket. I suggest for most people you don't do that, but hey, it's your money. The folks who are buying it, I think for the most part, are advanced and professional photographers who want to have a smaller, compact, everyday carry camera. The fact that it's cool looking and retro, I guess, is a bonus for people. Of course, there are alternatives like the Ricoh GR series, and even, look what I did. Should have had this ready. As I was saying, like the Ricoh GR series, or even the Panasonic Lumix LX100 Mark II, which isn't being made anymore, so you're going to have a hard time finding one new. But if you hunt, you may, and you probably find some used copies. But what I've seen is used ones are actually selling for more than the new ones did. But clearly, the popularity of this camera indicates that the market for compact cameras, and maybe especially retro compact cameras, isn't really being satisfied by the manufacturers. Now, there are rumors that Canon is considering getting into that marketplace. That would be kind of cool to see a 70s era type Canonette in digital form. Sure, Canon, if they did it, would probably sell a lot of cameras, especially to folks who gravitate towards Canon. The other thing is, I think many photographers, whether they are just dabblers, amateurs, as well as advanced and professional photographers, want to use more than just a phone. Phones are really good these days. Ergonomically, I don't think they satisfy that whatever it is that having a camera, holding a camera in your hands and being able to twist dials and such, I don't think phones satisfy that. That's another reason why I think cameras like this are very popular. And the elephant in the room, I've lost weight. I probably should lose some more. But the elephant in the room is also an aging population. The United States has an aging population. Boomers we are getting up into our senior years. And the older we get, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty of folks in my age group out there that agree with me, the older we get, the less we want to carry. The days of me carrying around a full-frame Canon and heavy lenses are long over. That's why I switched to Micro Four Thirds. But even now, I carry a Micro Four Thirds system professionally as a photojournalist and as a freelance photographer in this big honking Tenba knockoff bag. It's not a Tenba. Pretty sure it comes out of the same factory though. So that, I think, is a real untapped market for the camera manufacturers. And I just find it very surprising that none of the others have really hit on what Fuji has hit on. And I know you have the Ricoh GRs, but they're more of a point and shoot form factor. There's no viewfinder. I've never used one, so I can't comment on them really, except to say that from what I've seen, they produce really great image quality. But I just think there's room for more people, more manufacturers to come into the market with compact cameras. Now, there's other rumors, in addition to the Canon one, that there's going to be a new Leica compact coming out. Evidently, Leica has registered in China a new body, and there's some thinking that it's going to be a replacement for the Deluxe 7. But remember, the Deluxe 7 is just the LX100 with a Leica badge on it, a little bit different grip, actually no grip on the front. But other than that, they're pretty much identical cameras. If you want the Leica badge, you spend the money to get the Deluxe 7. So will it be a direct replacement for the DX7, or are they going to move to, say, an APS-C size sensor and have a fixed prime to go directly against the Fuji? Time will tell, obviously. We'll see. And then we have rumors with Panasonic Lumix having registered, I think, 3 new cameras in China that they're not released. They're not released yet, but they're coming. And so I know there's a lot of you out there that are going, oh, a GX9 replacement with the 25 megapixel and sensor and phase detect. That's what you really want. And I agree, that'd be really cool. And there's other people that are hoping that Leica camera means that there's going to be an updated LX100 with that same 25 millimeter sensor and maybe phase detect autofocus. I'd love to be surprised on this, but my thinking is what's coming is a GH7 with the 25 megapixel sensor and phase detect for folks who have the need for that active cooling in a compact body. As far as the other cameras, my bet, and it's mainly because of the recent release of the Leica SL3, is we're going to see updated S1 L-mount bodies. So we're going to see a successor to the S1 and maybe a successor to the S1R or the S1H. I'd love to be surprised, but I think that's where Lumix is going to go with this. Yeah, and I agree that it would be, I think, a great idea to come out with either the replacement for the GX9 with those added goodies of the more recent technology, or the LX100, or both. With the GX9, you'd have a little rangefinder, interchangeable lenses. You pop the Leica 15mm or the Lumix 20mm on there. You have kind of a competitor to the Fuji X100VI, except for the megapixels. But you don't need 40 megapixels. 25 is more than enough. And I'm sure I'm going to still hear people saying, well, you don't need 40 megapixels unless you're going to do a billboard. You don't need 40 megapixels to do a billboard. If you don't believe me, go on a billboard advertiser's website and look up the specifications they have for images to use in their billboards in pixels. They generally will give you the pixel dimensions, not even close to like 10 megapixels. It's low resolution. So those are my thoughts on this. I hope those of us wishing for a more compact Lumix body or an LX100 replacement, that'd be great. My gut feeling is that's not going to happen. What do you think? What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. If anybody has more insight than I do, because I certainly am not, the greatest at knowing what's going on with the manufacturers. I don't spend a lot of time on rumor sites. But if anybody else has got some scuttlebutt or some pretty good information, hey, leave it down below. Oh, and guess what? I pick up a new pair of prescription progressive bifocals this week, I think, hopefully. So what you're going to start seeing is me wearing glasses all the time, because I'm really tired of having to put on readers every time I want to check my notes when I'm making a video. Anyway, I'm Todd Banner. I will see you next time.